Earlier at GTC conference, Nvidia announced that they will work with Swiss National Supercomputing Center to build world's most powerful AI-capable supercomputer called ALPS. What's your opinion on this cooperation?
I think it's good. The Swiss center in Lugano, the CSCS Center, has been a leader in terms of high-performance computing in Europe for many years. Their current system is rated number 12, I think, and this is going to be a replacement for that system when it comes online sometime next year, I guess. And it makes sense. They're investing in high-performance computing and having the capability of doing machine learning computations on their computer. It's a trend which we see in many other systems, and it makes a lot of sense today in the world of scientific computing.
Nvidia bought Mellanox for $6.9 billion. What has Nvidia gained from this acquisition?
One of the things is Nvidia has an accelerator, or had just an accelerator that they were selling. And having just an accelerator is only one component of a large-scale high-performance system. In order to have a fully rounded high-performance system, you need not only the accelerator, but the interconnect to connect various components of a parallel computer. And that's where Mellanox comes in. So Mellanox provides the very fast interconnect. So now they own the accelerator and the interconnect, and they're trying to acquire SoftBank, which would give them access to ARM, which would allow them to have an ARM processor. So that gives Nvidia now the opportunity to build a complete system with their own processor based on ARM, plus an accelerator, plus the interconnect necessary to connect together multiple units to make a complete high-performance system. So that all makes a lot of sense.
Nvidia is planning to purchase ARM architecture. Could you predict the result of this acquisition?
It would be good for Nvidia to acquire SoftBank, to give them access to the ARM architecture exclusively, in some sense, not exclusively, but give them access easily to the ARM architecture. And yes, there are their competitors who are against it. But with any big deal, that's going to happen. With any big situation like this, there's going to be detractors who don't want it to happen because that jeopardizes their own position in the industry. So it makes a lot of sense for Nvidia to acquire it. I'm sure they'll be very aggressive in how they go forward with that. And I'm sure there'll be some competition against it. But in the end, maybe Nvidia will be successful.
How to evaluate AMD's recent development in supercomputing area?
So if we take a look at the top 500 list, all the computers on the top 500, 92% use Intel processors. 92% of the 500 fastest computers are based on Intel processors. That's very impressive. AMD only has 4% of that. So what's very impressive is that 96% of the supercomputers are based on either Intel or AMD, and the instruction set is the x86 instruction set. So that's a very impressive number. Now, that may change in the future. Today we only have 4 systems which use the ARM architecture, only 4 of the 500. So that's a very small number compared, but maybe in the future that will grow.